All right. Okay. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's Friday. I want to welcome you to chart markup review. All right. So normally we do this, right? We come together to discuss the trade idea we took this week, right? Both the wins and the losses. Okay. So now this chart markup review is now, we are actually going to be adding HFX also to it, right? Based on the meeting we had on Tuesday, we came up with a conclusion as regards how we want to trade HFX now. And so far this week, man, it's been awesome. Okay. The signal group is very much active now, and trade ideas are being dropped there as regards HFX, and people are taking trades and they're clearing, they're making money. All right. So now I feel, since the way we are trading HFX now is not really different from how we are trading FRX. So I believe as we are doing chart markup review, we can also, do reviews for our HFX trade also. Okay. So how should we do it? Okay, should we start with HFX and then after HFX we move to FRX, or we do FRX and then we move to HFX? Okay, I want it to be together in one video. I don't want us to have a separate video, chart markup review for HFX and chart markup review for FRX. Okay, I want it to be one, right? I want it to be one video. So which one should come first? Okay, so majority, I would follow what majority chooses. Okay, so we have 12 people on the call. All right, 11, somebody has left. All right, no problem. Okay, so let me know what your opinion is. Okay, so I'm waiting. All right, just type what you want. Okay, should we start with HFX or FRX first? Okay, everybody's waiting for who will type first.
Coach, let's do FRS first, then HFS follow.
Chart markup.
My take.
Daniel is not understanding what I'm saying. Chart markup is the same thing for, I'm asking, is it HFX or FRX? Okay, somebody said which one we should do. What do you say we should do first? FRX? HFX. So we have two HFX now, okay? All right. And there are 11 people on the call. All right. HFX. Okay, so we have 3 HFX, okay? I need more people to talk. Like, we have 11 on the call. Why are you guys not talking? HFX, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 HFX. All right, if we can get 2 more HFX, I think HFX is going to carry the lead. Nobody's saying FRX, okay? Damilola, you can hear me. You're not saying anything. Mr. Chime, you're not saying anything. Meka, you're not saying anything. How come? Well, you guys can hear me clearly, obviously. So you're supposed to pick one, please. I don't need to call your name now. Just choose the one you want. Right? I like it when there is feedback. Not just makes me tired when I'm asking and the guy just looking at me back, and we're all just looking. Nobody's answering. Okay, I do something currently. All right, fam. All right, fam. So no problem. I'm not angry. I'm fine. I'm just saying, I just want that feedback to be there. Let's be giving ourselves feedback. Okay. All right. So it seems HFX has a lot of votes. HFX is not long, right? We're just going to review the trade we took, right? We're just going to be reviewing the trades we took. We're just going to be reviewing the trades we took, right? So guys, I'm coming. Give me 5 minutes. I'm coming. Just 2 minutes. Actually, I won't stay long. I need to pick this call, okay? What's up? How are you? That's good. I'm actually on a call. You get. I'm having a meeting presently. All right, guys. So let's begin. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with HFX. Is a lot of people want HFX. All right. So somebody said, I don't trade HFX for now. No problem. You would see that is actually interesting. It's just another means of making money you get. But then it's good to stick to one thing at a time. At least for as you're just starting, it's better to focus on one. Like I used to tell people that message me and say, coach, please add me to the HFS group. I'll be like, okay, you're just starting. Okay, you're still in phase one. You've not gone far. So don't go to HFX and start wanting to learn how to trade HFX, and there's too many things at the same time can actually confuse you. So I believe if you've known how to trade Forex to some extent, you can now add HFX to it, and just multiple ways of making money, right? So that's it. So that's what we do for HFX. Okay. All right. So if it's HFX, we just have a few. So it's actually the green list. So these are the HFX trade. Okay. So the first one is good morning, farm. How you doing? All right. So the first one is AUDJPY. I actually called out this one. I think I called this one out to, is it AUDJPY? Guys, is it AUDJPY? The one we cleared this morning, was it AUDJPY? Let me check if it's AUDJPY. Okay, AUD card. So I made mistake. It is AUD card. All right, AUD card. Yes. So that's where the first review will come. So it is not okay. AUD card. Oh, perfect. Yep. So you go to the 5 minutes. This was the trade. All right. Again, let me say, this is just chart markup review. You want to know what HFX is all about and how we trade it, okay? Because you might develop interest for HFX and not like FRX. I know people that trade only HFX, they don't really like FRX because of it takes time and all of those stuff. HFX is quick. So you might along the line you can develop that passion and love for HFX and be like, okay, I think I'm going to stick with HFX alone and not FRX for now. So it depends. Okay, so HFX is a time-based kind of trade. Understand? It's a time-based way of making money. What I mean is we get in on trades based on minutes and we get to make money based on minutes, right? On FRX, we get to make money based on pips, right? The amount of pip price has moved away from our entry will determine the increase and decrease in our profit, right? But for HFX, it has to do with time. You need to be time conscious. If you're getting in for 3 minutes, that means you have predicted after doing your analysis that, okay, price should reject from here and the next 3 minutes, it should not be at this entry or this particular number again. And then, if your prediction is right, you get to make money. If your prediction is wrong, you will lose your money. Okay, so that is it. I'm not here to teach you on what HFX is. We're just here to do chart markup review for HFX. Okay, so I called out this trade this morning and it was actually a win for those of you that took it. So why was I looking to sell? Why was I looking to sell this trade? Obviously, let's go back to this place. Yeah, so price was here around here when I sent out the trade idea to the HFX signal group, right? So removing this entry and this cleared, let's say this was all I sent, right? This was not there and this was not there. Okay, so I was looking at this very last up candle before the down move, right? This is a banker's candle because it was at this area here that we had sell orders coming to the market, right? That means there was supply at this area, okay? And this is the very last up candle before the down consecutive down candle, right? And we refer to that candles like that as what bankers can, right? So I was saying, okay, I saw it and I was like, okay, like you guys can see, point of interest, right? This is going to be my point of interest. I'm looking to sell here if price get to this place. Now, for Forex now, you might be looking, if I play this now, obviously, it actually gave the move down, right? It gave about price gave 12 pip. So let's say your target was this equal lows here. Price would have hit your SL for Forex, right? It didn't get there. And if you didn't take any profit, obviously looking at this move, your SL got hit. But HFX is different from Forex, right? If Forex, you were looking to risk maybe 10 to gain maybe 50, maybe the risk reward is 1 to 5. I can make that $50 you want to make in 15 pips in just 3 candles. That's it. That's how fast it is. And you can lose it because for you to reach 50, that means your order size has to, for you to gain 50, that means your order size has to be about 60 or 70, depending on the percentage payout, right? Those of you that trade HFX, you understand what I'm talking about, right? If you want to have a $50 payout, man, that means you're going to risk more than 50, right? Maybe 60 or 70, right? So as it is, we risk more to gain less in HFX, right? But yeah, I can actually just Forex, I can risk 10 and make 50, 60. All right, so I mark this out as point of interest, and as you can see above, wait for a bearish candle confirmation on 1 minute time frame. That is how we trade HFX. We wait for price to get there. Okay, just like our price is. So I'm just waiting for price to get there. All right, so we wait. All right. So price got there in this candle. So this 5 minute candle, price got there. So once price is approaching our entry, what do? We go to the 1 minute and we wait for bearish candle close, right? So this was the candle that got into our entry. The next candle was a doji candle, right? But we don't do candlestick, right? We always do what? Bearish candle confirmation, right? Yeah. So we had the bearish candle confirmation here. This was our entry. Okay. Man, this session is going to be long a little bit. So I just hope we can have a lot of people left. But this is just 14 people already, not enough people join the call. So let's see how it goes. For those of you that are going to stay with me to the end, right? All right, so this was entry, and 3 candle rule. So we get in at the bearish candle close. So once this candle is about to close, we get in for the next 3 minutes, right? So this one candle is 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes. Bam, we cleared this trade. So this was our where we cleared the trade, and this trade was a win. What this means is if you are on your broker and your broker is paying you 80% payouts, if you took this trade and your payout is 80%, whatever you risk, you're going to gain 80%, right? So if I'm risking $10, the payout is 80. If I was risking $100 on this trade, I'd have made $80 in what? 1, 2, 3. In 3 minutes, I've made $80. So I sent out this trade, and it was a win, right? We cleared this trade. Congratulations to us. Like this week, we've not had any losses on HFX. Okay. If you guys cannot testify to, if you guys can, is here testify or testify? Okay, I don't know what I testify means. If you guys can testify to that, yes. Drop a fire emoji. Okay. We've not had any wins so far. We've not had any loss so far. Sorry, my bad. On HFX signal, right? Eesh. We're just hitting target like like we are up almost 4. I will do the calculation and post later today. All right. Okay. Yes. Just one person is dropping fire emoji. Means the rest people didn't take it. All right. So this was a win. We cleared this trade. We are no longer interested in what happened. Whether price go down or it go up, I'm not concerned anymore. I've made money and I've made money. So this was it. And this was so 5 minutes time frame. That was it on AUD card. It was a win. Okay. I think that's all. It was just one I took on AUD card this week. So the week started, so just one trade on AUD card was a win. So USD JPY, okay, USD JPY. All right, so we have about 4 trades on USD JPY, okay, 4 trades on USD JPY, okay, 4. All right, so we're just going to be reviewing everything quickly. All right, so you guys already know what this means, right? So why was I looking to sell? Obviously, you guys can see, right? This is the very last up candle. You can see that bullish candle there, right? very last up candle, okay, for the down move. This candle kind of captured some liquidity somewhere inside this bearish candle, right? So this bullish candle is a banker's candle, right? So what am I going to do? Mark it as point of interest like I did, and I'm waiting for price to get there. The first candle that get there, if you can give me a bearish candle close, I'm going to take this trade for the next 3 minutes. Let's see if that happens. So which candle actually got there first? This one here. Yes, this was the first candle that got there, right? So immediately price got there. What do? You go to the 1 minute and you wait, right? Do we have the bearish candle close? Of course, we did. 3 candle rule. Let's see. Boom. So we got in here at the close of this candle. So this next candle is our entry candle. This one is the confirmation candle. This one is the entry candle. So 3, 1, 2, 3. We cleared the trade down here. We made money. So we are up 2%, right? Depending on what you're risking. Let's say risking 1%, right? Now I don't really do once price come back again, I'm taking it. Like I don't do that because obviously if you had done this, right, you had entered again, bearish candle close, this would have been your entry, right? 1, 2, 3, you lost that trade. So the first one is always the strongest. Okay, first one is always the strongest. So that happened. Okay, and let's just wait until price get to the next one. Okay, so that's one. So we're up 2%. And okay, all right. So you can see obviously this is the very last up candle, okay, before the down move. So that's my point of interest for a sell. So if price can come here, I'm going to wait for a 1 minute candle close and I'm going to sell. Now I saw the break of structure here, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, break of structure to the upside. This is the very last sell candle also. So this last sell candle is my point of interest. Now I wanted taking this trade on my Forex account. I completely forgot. And we had FOMC, right? You know, I love getting in. If I'm going to trade the news, I always like to get in before the news. Let me have my entry before the news. I'm in, then I can go break even. I completely forgot to take this trade for Forex. It was a good setup for HFX and Forex, right? So I'm looking to buy here. I'm looking to sell here. Just anyone that plays out first. Right now, look at this. Oh, sheesh. Price came down there. Okay. If my Forex account, I would have played maybe 50%, and that would have been almost a 1 to 13 risk to reward, but I forgot. Now, HFX, now price has gotten there, right? Now I'm going to back all of this. Now, the first candle that touches it is what I am mostly interested in, right? Okay, so now let's go to the 1 minute and see. Boom. So 1 minute has given us the candle close. This is going to be our entry. The next 3-minute candle would determine our fate, right? Boom. So you can see now the first minute was we were in drawdown, right? We were in loss. I'm going to lose this trade, right? Then the second candle, boom, up in profits. Third candle, boom, up. We cleared this one also. So that's 3%. We are up 3%, right? Okay, now if we are done with this buy, let's see if we can catch the sell. Okay, so now we're waiting. Okay, just waiting. Okay, bam. So the candle got there. All right, this is the first candle that got there. Right. All right, so now we go to the 1 minute. And we are waiting for bearish candle close. Same thing over and over again. All right, this was the first bearish candle close. Can you guys see it? First bearish candle close. We get in immediately at the close of that candle. 1, 2, 3. Cleared. We're done with that. Okay. We are done with that. So we are up how many percent now? I've forgotten. 4%, right? 1, 2, 3 cleared. Yeah. All right. So we are up 4%. And then the last one, I think, is today. So you guys may have to delete the limit because I think price has gone. Let me just cancel all of this to not waste time. Okay. All right. So this is the last one here. I'm looking. I wanted us to, sell from here. So why did I why am I interested in this area? Obviously, this is a demand zone. This is a demand zone, right? Price broke down and, it has not really retested that demand zone fully. And there is this institutional candle at this area. So I wanted us to play this, but obviously you can see price is down. So I would update us if this trade is still valid or not. Okay, so that's for UJ, Euro USD. All right, so three trades on Euro USD also. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay, so the first one was this one. Oh, guys, look at that trade. Let's check if it was like how many of you still kept an eye? It was so long, I didn't even remember. Look at price just got there. I think we did we clear? All right, we'll check it. We'll check it. Okay, we'll check it. This trade is in the signal. It's in the signal group, right? But okay, so this was I marked this out. We cleared. Wow, fire! I sure we cleared. Oh, you were okay. I will check it. So obviously, you guys can see, right? Um, sorry about that. Okay. So this is the last up candle before the down move. Okay, we had this very strong rejection, right? So wait for what bearish candle close on the 1 minute. I didn't take note of this, but let's check if we had like I'm not sure anybody took this. Maybe you guys remember, but let's check if it was a window. Okay, so obviously it's looking like a win already, but it can be funny. All right, so the first candle touch is this bullish candle. Okay, so now we go to the 1 minute. You see, that's what I'm saying. Oh, all right. Now looking at it very, very closely, right? This 1 minute candle was a candle that actually touched it. Okay. Now the candle touched it and rejected. If I was looking at this, I would have taken this trade for a 3-minute sale, right? So this was our entry. This was our candle confirmation. So this candle, obviously, we are in drawdown. Let's see what the next candle does. We're so close to clearing if we are taking this trade, right? 3 candle rule, right? We got the candle. Now, let's assume this candle did not touch the point of interest. Okay, let's say this candle did not touch this rectangle line, then that bearish candle would not be our confirmation candle, right? But the candle actually touched it. So to me, that is a confirmation candle for me to get in on that trade for a sell. Obviously, the market sold, but the time was not correct. The timing was not correct. And again, we cannot be perfect all the time, right? So we are up 4%. We've lost 1% already. Yeah, I'm gonna, even if you guys didn't take it, obviously, but at least I marked it out. So this was a loss. Candle confirmation is down here. 3 candle rule, 1, 2, and 3. You can see this one sold really hard, but then came back up again, closed up here. So this was a loss for us. All right, we lost this one. Okay, obviously you can see it's sold down and still selling, but then that was a loss. Oh, or did I say the trade is not valid anymore? Let me see. Let me see if I said the trade was not valid anymore. Euro USD sell. Oh, yes. I actually said not valid anymore. Obviously. So this trade is not valid anymore. Me not knowing anything about HFX. So guys, I actually said the trade is not valid anymore. Okay. Since we're recording this call for clarity purpose. Okay. Let me share my phone screen for you to see. Okay. Coming. Just give me oh, sorry about that. Oh, okay. let me go back to sharing my screen and then iPhone share. Okay. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So you guys can see, right? Update Euro USD sell, this one. Euro USD sell trade not valid anymore. We click on it. This was the trade here, right? So price left. So I said not valid anymore. Okay. So that was that. So it was not a loss. Actually told us not to take the trade anymore. Maybe that's why nobody kept an eye. All right. Amazing. All right. So that was that one. So we are still up 4%, right? So the next one is this one here. All right. So this was also, as you can see, this is the last bearish candle before this up move. It was in line with what structure, right? We had supply, we had demand. So I was like, okay, if price come here, let's look for buy, right? Wait for bullish candle confirmation. So where is the first candle that activated? Oh, sorry, I'm coming. Okay. All right, so the first candle is here, right? This is the first candle. All right, so now let's go to the 1 minute time frame and boom, we have it, right? This is the first candle. This is our confirmation candle. This is our entry candle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right? Did we clear this feed or we lose it? Okay, so we got in here. Of course, we got in here, right? So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this was a clear, right? We actually cleared this trade. Yeah, it was a clear. All right, so I think we have one more to go. Okay, so we cleared that one. And which other one? So this one here, price, although price took time, and I think I did not say we should cancel this trade. So obviously, now I'm not sure if this trade was valid because it didn't give us the confirmation we wanted, right? So let's see if we actually had the confirmation, if this was a loss. That was 5% now, don't forget. So we're up 5%. Okay, so this was the candle that activated, came inside our point of interest. There was no bearish candle close, right? We're supposed to wait for bearish candle close, but this just continued giving us bullish, bullish, bullish. So the trade idea was not valid, right? So it was not a win. It was not a loss. Yep. Are you guys enjoying this? Because it seems people are leaving. They don't like HFX. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I receive a lot of messages in my DM. Coach, I don't know what's going on. Coach, I'm not profitable. Coach, I'm not doing this. Coach, I'm not that. But then I say, okay, uh, I will discuss trade ideas I took and why I took them. So maybe it can help you. Still, they will not join. They will not join. They will not join Zoom call. And then same person will message me again next week. I took a loss on this. I don't know why I took a loss on this. My DM is always plenty with funny messages. I just smile because I don't see this person on Zoom call. So why are you complaining? Right? All right. So that's for Euro USD. AUD JPY. Was there a trade on AUD JPY? Okay, yes, there's one. Up here. Okay, this one too was not valid. It did not it didn't give us what we wanted, right? So if I can remember clearly, I think I was looking to play this candle here, right? I was looking to play this institutional candle that was in line with structure. So we were waiting for what bullish candle close on the 1 minute, but this candle did not give us that bullish candle. You can see bearish, 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 not valid anymore. So we did not make money, we didn't lose money. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, guys, so that is it for HFX. Those are the trades we took this week. Thank God, all of them was a win, all of them. So thank God for that. So I'm done with HFX. Okay, so now let's move to Forex.
I can't hear you, coach. Is anybody hearing anything?
Sorry, guys. Back. Okay. So that is all we took for HFX. So now let's go over to um currency pair. Okay. Now Forex. Right. So before I start, I don't want to start this one. Who wants to go first? Who wants to share that trade you took this week? Okay. Who wants to go over it with us? Of course, that's why you guys are on this call, right? You're on this call so you can share the trade you took. So who wants to go? Nobody's talking. That means I assume you guys, 14 of you on this call, didn't take any trade this week.
I had one on GPD USD, coach.
All right, so let me allow you share your screen then.
Coach, let's use your screen. Oh, I'm with my phone.
I'm supposed to use your screen to share, not my screen. Is your phone with you? We use your phone.
Yes, my phone.
All right, let me allow you. Let me make you host then so you can share. All right. Are you okay with that?
No, coach, let's use your screen,
All right, no
coach.
problem.
I have my reasons.
All right, no problem. Okay. So what time frame?
Uh, the daily.
Daily time frame. Okay. Okay, I'm coming. Let me quickly do this. All right, daily time frame. Okay. All right. So let me hide all of this. Okay, so this is daily time frame. What are you looking at?
Um, okay, coach, let's go to the 1 hour. Sorry, 1 hour.
Okay, 1 hour.
1 hour. I
All right, this is the 1 hour. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, this is the 1 hour.
Okay. Sorry, can I annotate, coach?
Sure, you can.
Okay. I think someone posted this markup. Godfrey posted this markup on that was sometimes last week. So
Bro, I'm with you. What do you say?
So I saw this fractal high here, this one here. So I saw that this equal low was kind of swept. Then after that we had
I can't see your annotation, fam. It's not showing.
Okay, let me come in. I'm coming, coach.
Okay.
This one right here. Can you see now, coach? Hello, coach.
I can hear you, fam. I can hear you.
Okay, so I saw this high here, and I saw that price sold down and broke structure. And on the daily time frame, the structure was bearish. So I was looking at, I had 2 points of interest. I saw this here. I saw what was happening here. Then I was skeptical about either playing this here or waiting for price to get here, because to me this looks like an equal high, and this looks like liquidity. So I was looking at price coming to sweep this liquidity, and there's a small imbalance in here. I'm playing this ball. Price did not get, so I had something like this, then another one here. And as you can see, price got, though I was scared on the trade, price just got in here, and I was able to get like a 1 to 4. I took my profits at the base of this.
Amazing. Yeah. 1 to 4. All right, fam. That's cool. Okay, so guys, I hope you guys understand. I think we actually have the same. We actually have the same entry. Understand, on this GU sell, but I actually closed my. I closed my early on GU. Was it GU? Yeah, the buy. So I actually have a buy and sell trade I want to share on this GU, but I think it just shared the sell I wanted to share, because I also took that sell trade. Okay, so I was looking at this up candle here. This you can see this candle. Okay. All right, so let me start with GU then. Okay, so thank you so much, Tolu, for that. All right, so I think I shared this one. This one, I had this sell on GU as a result of, was it FOMC or NFP? So it was NFP that actually activated me on this sell. I can't remember. I think I shared it in chat markup review. I don't know. Well, this was a 15-minute entry, or 5, or I don't know. I think 15 minutes. Yes, there was an imbalance here that price filled, so that activated. And I also was looking at this bullish candle because it kind of captures some liquidity to the left. Okay, you can see all of this. Although this, okay, something like this, right? So this candle captured liquidity and price rallied down. But then, oh, this is not complete. There should be something inside this. Okay, I don't know. All right. Okay, so price captured liquidity, rally to the downside, broke structure. Obviously, the cable is bearish, right? Cable is very bearish, and as you can see, it's been dropping. Okay, so this was a point of interest for me also, and then this one was also a point of interest. But I kind of liked this one because it was, number one, in line with the demand supply zone, right? I don't know. I think I drew it. Has it gone? You check. You take this from here, okay, to the front. All of this, okay. So it's kind of lining up with the zone, right? We had supply, okay, we had supply, and then you can see price came back to that area also and gave us supply. right? So we had supply in that area a lot. So supply here, supply here, supply here, drawing to the front, you can almost predict that price will reject from there. Now, it even gave us distribution on the same time frame. That was what made this trade even awesome, right? So we're looking to play this now. So if you got in maybe 50%, you're trying to play 50% of this candle. I'm not sure if price would have filled you in. So 50%, yeah. So price would have missed this trade by just 1 pip. So so me, I wasn't really looking at this. I actually had it marked out. Okay, yes. I had the sell trade here. Okay, I remember. Yeah. I remember. I had my sell limit here also. I think, was it even at the top? Oh, yeah. I had a sell limit here also. But price did not fill me in. I can remember, right? But then I was in the buy already from here. So I had 2 entries on the buy. Those of you that remember, right? I had 2 entries on the buy. If we go to the 5 minutes time frame, sorry, let me go back to the 1 hour. Okay, let's go back to the 1 hour. Let's cut all of this away. Okay, all right. So now let's go to the 5 minutes. No, 15 actually. Or is it the 1 hour? Yes. So it's the 1 hour. It's the 1 hour. Okay. Now look at this. All right. So I had this sell limit. I had the sell limit waiting already at this area here. I had the sell limit waiting at this area. And then maybe I can buy up, right? Look at this candle. This candle. I noticed that what happened? Swept liquidity. There was this strong bearishness to capture liquidity. All of these lows, right? This candle swept it, right? And what? And see, I marked it as what? Liquidity sweep. And then price began to, rally to the upside. Now, because I did not want to miss out on this trade, look how I did. So if you can see, I had my entry at the 50%. Okay, I had my limit at the 50%, which lines up with, I'm sure it's going to be at a banking level, banking number, either 50, 80, or 20. I'm sure of that. Okay. All right. Okay, it's actually at the 0 level. Yeah, 0 level is also okay. 0 level, 20 level, 50 level, 80 level, and 0 level again. Right. So I had my limit entry at what? 343 00. Okay. Now that was the first entry. And I had my stop loss here just at the what? The close of this candle. Right? Oh, sorry. I want you guys to be able to see this clearly. I have to move this. I didn't want to move it before. But okay, you guys should be able to see it, right? Let me zoom in so you guys can see it clearly. Okay. Obviously, this was 2 entries, right? The first one, which is this one, yeah, the entry was what? At the open of that candle. Because I was like, okay, price might not come to 50%. I need help with when to take partials and how much partials to take. When to take partials is always at 1 to 3. Like always at 1 to 3. Like I've been doing that for a very long time now. Just that these days, I think last week on my card JPY, I didn't take any partials until it got to 1 to 6. This one also, this week on Euro JPY, I didn't take any partials until it's way down. But I'm seeing the way it's rejecting back up already. I've already secured myself how much partials at 1 to 3. Now, if you feel the trade is still going to go in your direction, we can never be too sure. Okay, but if you are anticipating that this trade would really go in my direction, you can close about 80%. Let 20% run. Okay, let 20% run. So now, for example, now, if I'm risking $100 now, and the trade has actually gotten to 1 to 3. Okay, trade has gotten to 1 to 3. That's going to be $300. Now, 80% of 300 will be what? That's going to be 80 divided by 100, right? Will give us 0.8. Okay, so it's going to be 300 multiplied by 0.8 to give us what 80% is going to be. 240. So now you have $60 left running, right? You have $60 to complete your full 1 to 3. Now, if that trade, that 60, maybe luckily for you, that 1 to 3 got to 1 to 6 or 1 to 7. Now, that 60, maybe it's now running around 120 or 125, 130. I would close 60. Now I've secured my full 1 to 3. And then let the rest ride. Let's see how far I can go. You get, but if you know that trade still has potential, close 1 to 3. Now, this is going to affect your risk management plan, right? Because you always want to risk 1 to gain 3. Now, this one, you're risking 1, you're not gaining your full 3. But because you have the potentials, you feel that this trade has the potential to still go higher if you are buying, or lower if you are selling, that you can, risk it, leave the remaining 20% to ride, and let's see how far I can go. But obviously, your stop loss should be a break even, just in case. We can never be too sure. We can never be too sure. You get. So if you've made 1 to 3, secure maybe about 80%. If you're not okay with 80, you can secure 90. Leave 10% to run. Many 10%, let's see how far I can go. All right. Now, it might not really be full 1 to 3, but if you keep doing this, you would, you will understand that you will still be profitable. How does one take partial? If you open more than one position, you should be able to close partials. But if you are in with the lowest lot size, there's no way you can close partials. Like the lowest lot size for currency pair is 0.01. If I'm in with 5.0, I can close a lot of partials. If you are in with 0.02, you are only allowed to close 1 partial. That's 0.1. If you are in with the least lot size, there's no way you can close partials. You have to close all the positions. Okay? Yep. All right. So let me continue explaining my.
Sorry, but wait, one minute, please.
Okay.
This method you explained makes you keep an eye on your trade. Like maybe you're risking 100, and do you calculate it when it gets to 300, you close partial, or you already have a way of calculating that? Okay, this is on the chart. This is where 300 should be like, and you close it.
Of course, you will know where 300 will be at now. You should write what. Oh, all right. Sorry. So like I was saying, like you would know where your 300 would be. Okay. Because now look at this. Okay. This one is already giving me 3. Look at this number here. It's writing 3. So whatever I'm risking here, if it hits my target, it will be 3 times what I'm risking. I know that already for sure. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to be clear. What if I enter one position, like you said, 5 lot size just at once? How do I close that partial?
You see close trade now on your MT4.
But that means I'm closing everything.
No, you still have to. Once you click close trade, it's not going to close immediately. It will take you to a page. Okay. Then it's that page where let me see if I can explain to you guys. I still have some trades. I still have some trade running. Okay. So now I'm on Euro JPY, obviously. If I click it, if I double click on it or hold it firm, I will see something like close. Once I click that close, it's going to take me to another page where you will now say close with profit. You will see the lot size reading, the lot size above you entered with originally. Now you can just, if I'm in with 5.0, I will just put 2.50, and then you will see your profit cut into 2. Okay, you will see your profit cut into 2.
Okay.
Yes, you just decrease the lot size, exactly, just like what Ron said.
Yes. Okay.
So that way you've saved, because that way you've saved that too, because the truth is, open position is still like floating money is not, you cannot still withdraw it unless you've closed it. So even if you are running 10K in profits, it is still open position. Anything can happen. In the next 1 minute, somebody can sell that market somewhere and you are back to zero. So floating money is not still your money until you've closed maybe 5.0. Maybe you are in with 10 lots and then you close 5 and that 5 is 5K. Add it to your balance now. That is your own money. Then many 5K is still floating in the market. You can lose it. It can increase. Those are two things that can happen. So that is how to close partial. Okay. If you are in with now, if you are in with 0.02, when you click close, then you will see that lot size above. You can erase it and put 0.01. That means you've closed half of your profit reading. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Okay. So
Thank
now,
you, sir.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. So now for GBP USD, like I was saying, now I was looking to buy. Okay, I was looking to buy. Now price rallied up. You can see, came all the way up here. So I thought the trade had gone, and I was still looking. Okay, I had my entry up here with stop loss down here already. Now my stop loss ideally is supposed to go below this low, right? But when I calculated the lot size, the lots, that's about the PEEP is about more than 20, almost close to 30 PEEP. I was not okay with that. So I was like, okay, I'll have an entry at the open with stop loss at the close. And then I'll have another entry at the 50% with stop loss at what? At the low. This is where the stop loss is supposed to be. So even if this one hits, I sell, this one should recover my profits. If trade still want to go in my way, because if the trade decides to sell, this entry will hit us. This one will first hit SL, the second one will hit SL. But then look at what happened. So obviously the two go activated, right? Bam, bam, bam. And what? The two of them hit 1 to 3, the other one hit 1 to 4, like that. And that was the trade for me. It was a win. So now the sell.
Coach.
But yeah.
Please, this one here, is it that you divided your percentage into
No, I
two?
didn't divide the percentage. I went
position,
in with the
or
same
you
risk. Yes.
1%.
1%.
Coach.
Yes. So even if it
Well
doesn't
done,
go my
sir.
way, I use the same risk. It will be obvious from the lot size I use now. I posted it, you guys will see it. So although this one already, it's just probability. This one already gave us a lot of money. So let's risk it here again. People can get. It's all about risk. It's all about risk. It's all about risk. This one, we tried risking it and it played out. Let's risk small money inside this one and see if it will play out. It played out. So this one plus this one plus this one is now, even if this one does not play out, at least we've made from year and year and year and year. So it should be okay. And this one even played out again. You see? Now look at this one. So this one was a sell. We're looking to play this institutional candle to the right. Price got there, rejected. But what can you observe? Actually broke structure, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, break of structure. Now, this very last up candle, price is there at 50%. Now, we did not really get in here. Remember, I told you guys that this trade was going to be a sell stop. I didn't post it in the signal because it was too fast. Price was there already. I only I sent it to the general group, right? Okay, get in for GBP USD sell like now or sell stop order. Okay, I actually had the sell stop and price, rejected, picked us, and that was the trade. Okay, also in profits. And been awesome, man. Last week and this week is just something else. So now this one is a trade idea. I'm not discussing this here because I don't know if it has played out. Okay, I might it out this morning, but I don't have my limits. I don't want to trade again. I'm tired. Might play out though. But let's see where it is now. I'm actually interested in the buy. Even if I want to trade now, I would just like what I did here. Okay, what I did here. I bought up to then sell down. This candle, this very candle, you can see it took all of this liquidity. So maybe 50% of it to then go higher. Okay, who knows? That's for GBP USD though. So those are the trades I took on GU. Man, there's a lot to discuss here. AUD NZD. Yes, this one was a loss. I posted this one to posted it on the channel or the signal channel. It was a loss. I want to discuss this trade also. Okay. It's not every time we win. All right. Okay, so now obviously we can see that the trend is bearish, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. So now there was no way I would have known that this was not going to sell. Okay. And on Monday, I think we wanted catching a buy from here. I think I deleted it. There was a buy we wanted catching from here. But I know a few guys that were in. I think Ron and some other people were in on this trade. Yes. What about taking 2 entries, half each, still 1%? Yeah, that's possible. It's okay. You can do that also. Set first trade at 1 to 3 TP and leave TP1 open and leave 1 TP open. That can also, no, there are different styles to trading, you know, that can also be possible. Get. Yeah, I got in, but this is now where I asked about the partials I took out too early. Oh, okay. Where this trade actually ran a lot to the upside. Yeah. Okay. So I actually thought I was going to sell, you know, because of structure, but obviously this didn't play out. Okay, so guys, why was I looking to sell, you know, lower low? So I was actually anticipating for price to give us a lower high. And already when I saw this move down, I was already like a bit convinced that this trade might not play out. Yet this trade might not play out. But then who knows? I still left the limit there. Okay, I think I'm actually down 2% because I actually took this one too. And it was a loss. So those were the 2 trades I lost. This one and the other one I will talk about now. Okay. So it didn't play out. I wanted taking a buy from here. I saw this very candle. I saw this candle. I wanted taking a buy from there, but I got carried away. My mind got carried away. Obvious. Sincerely, I wanted taking a buy at 50%. I saw it. Well, like, okay, I'll come back and mark it up. And I went to do something else and I forgot. So you can see it actually played out. But then I didn't mark it out. So I'm not discussing it. So this did not hold. So why did this trade idea not play out? What can I say? What can I say? One of those trades where market just does not go in your way. Obviously, the trend has been bearish for a while,
Oh,
right?
coach, one question, please.
Okay.
Why did you mark that IPA as your point of interest on this trade and not the last down candle?
Last down candle, or last
Like
up
there's a
candle.
candle.
This one?
That last up candle, sorry. The last up candle, yes.
This one.
Why
Of
did you?
course, that's where my entry was. Look at that's where my entry was. This IPA is just representing the imbalance that is there. That's where my entry was, this last up candle. Okay? You see it now?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was actually thought price will reject from there. But then thing just didn't play out. So lost this one. Trade was a loss. Okay. AUD USD. Is there any trade on AUD USD? All right. So I posted this one. It didn't play out. Okay. I was looking to sell from here. Price left. Yeah.
Please, before you continue, let me, based on what happened yesterday, good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
It was on EJ and GG.
Okay.
So my question is that when you started, like how much drawdown can you take in a day before you call it quits for that day?
How much drawdown can I take in a day?
Yes, like when you started.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm judging from the perspective of how you grew your account.
Mm-hmm.
So when you started, like when you take a loss, like how much can you like endure in a day before you continue the next day so that it doesn't affect your emotions and your psychology? Because yesterday, what happened is that on GJ and AJ, it actually gave a break of structure in that 30 minutes last candle, but the market still went up. Like I entered the trade twice, it took me out. So it was the third time it gave a break of structure on the lower time frame that the market went down, and the third time I was no longer interested in the trade.
Because you already took up 2 losses on it.
Yes. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay. So now let me ask, the drawdown you mean, is it like not having SL and the trade is just in drawdown and I cannot hold and stop, or you draw down in terms of percentage, like you lose this percent, okay, I'm down 1%, another trade, I'm down 1%, another trade, I'm down 1%. Is that what you mean? Or which of the two
Yes,
exactly?
yes, percentage.
In terms of percentage?
Yes,
Let me
sir.
say this, like I I'm trying to remember, but I don't think like if like there are days like when I started, I would have a losing week. It still happened to me. It still used to happen to me. Like I'll have losing week. Like this week, I didn't make money this week. Like I lost money this week. But in terms of how many trade am I going to take, and I'm going to stop trading for that week, or how many loss am I going to take to stop trading for that week? I don't think I've ever like calculated that. Okay, I'm going to take only 5 trades this week, and if I lose all the 5, I'm going to stop trading for this week. Why that is because number one, I don't know which trade is going to be a winning trade or it's going to be a losing trade. Now
I
look at
just
how
want to say amen.
yeah.
No, I just wanted to say amen on that one.
Like I don't know which trade is actually going to be a winning trade for me or which is going to be a losing trade. So therefore, when I see my trade setup, I will take it. Now, I also have this understanding that it is all based on how I calculate my risk. As long as I'm not risking much, if I take 5 trades and I lose that 5 trade, I'm down a certain percentage on my account. If I'm risking 2%, 5 times that's I'm down 10% on that account. And I have the understanding that since I'm trading smart money, all I need is to have 1 trade or 2 good trade with 1 to 3, 1 to 3, and I'll be what? Up 6% or no, 1 to 3. Since I'm risking 2, that's going to be 246, 246. That's 12% on that account. Now, if I'm doing the mathematics now, if I remove the 10% losses I recovered back, I will still be up extra what? 2% on my account, right? I'll still be up extra 2% on my account. So I don't really say, okay, I've taken too many losses this week. I want to stop trading. Understand? Of course, it's going to affect your psychology. It has happened to me before. You get, I'll just take losses. I'll be like, well, I'm tired. I understand. Even when you see setup, you feel tired because it might hit SL. What if you not hit SL? What if you not hit SL? You understand? But it's just because you know that risk management. That's why I say I always teach a lot on risk management, because that is something that this is what we need to actually compound our account, because we understand smart money concept. We understand all of this stuff already. Now look at all the trades I've been sharing so far now. Now, if 1 or 2 or 3 hit SL, maybe I had like 4 losses consecutively, back to back, 1, 2, 3, 4. I already made some profits last week. Understand? So I feel I know that price would, yeah, it's not all the trade will play out. So I should expect losses at some point. So when I was starting, of course, I take losses, but then I will still trade. Yeah, I will still trade because number one, I want to recover the loss. So I still have to trade. And maybe that one hit SL again, or that one hit SL, or too many trades are hitting SL. What do I do? I wouldn't say I would take a break, because I can actually remember if I took a break. At times I may take a break, but then I would still trade because I want to recover my money back. But now I'm not revenge trading because the trade is not ready yet, but because I want to recover my money back, I would quickly, risk big and want to gain the money back. I must confess, I still used to do it when it comes to HFX. You get, because obviously I started trading HFX like fully this year. So it's not up to a year yet. So you can still expect me to do some crazy stuff as regards HFX. I start like I lose this one, I want to recover it back. I put too many big money inside, and then I end up losing that one too again. But then I think I've stopped actually after I blew that account how many months ago. Like, okay, now I need to see how I can grow this account. Of course, I have emotions now, and emotions will set in at times. But for Forex, because of the risk to reward ratio and how Forex is, I don't need to revenge trade before I make money. And I used to say this, if I have a loss to recover on my account, like last week I was up 16% or 15% on my account. Now, even if I take 3 trades, only 4 trades this week, and I lose all the 4, my account is still up from where I started. So I don't think I need to revenge trade. Only when I have losses to recover on my account, that is when I am going to go full break even, full take profit at 1 to 3. I used to say this. If I have a loss to recover, or maybe I'm not having a nice week, then once that trade has hit 1 to 3, I close everything. I'm not into, it might still drop or it might still do this. What if it rejects? So I'm just closing so I can recover the loss. When I don't have any loss to recover, I'm just chilling. I'm just making money and stand. I can leave some trades to run and go maybe 1 to 5, 1 to 7, 1 to 8 without closing anything, because of course I'm up. So let me play a little with the money that is running positions that are there. I understand. So that's how it is. So let me come to a conclusion about that. When I started trading, did I stop trading because I had losses? Yes, at some point I did. But then I was still always trading because I understand that it is all about risk management. Yet I might lose 3 trades. All it takes for me to recover that 3 trade is to have 1 good trade. And because of that, it made me more serious. It made me to really be patient about trade setup. There's no need rushing. Like some people now, this did not activate, this did not come all the way up here. Some people will just sell from here and feel it might not come here. And then start experiencing all of this drawdown. And then start asking yourself, I should have been patient. I should have just waited for price to get here. So I think patience alongside risk management will do the game, will do it for you. All right.
I've got a question regarding all of this that you just explained.
All right.
So what you're saying is when you have 3 losses or 4 losses in a row, for example, right? The next setup, I had this fear that I leave that next setup because you've been waiting for the setup so long, because when you say you don't stop trading, you still trade because you don't know if the next setup's going to be that winning trade. But now this happened to me. I used to have 6 setups, right? But then I would wait 2 weeks or 5 days, 4 days for one setup just to activate. But then the first 2 would activate me the same day and it will maybe hit a stop loss. And then that last one that comes, I'll delete the limit because I'll be afraid now of taking it. And then that trade, it gave me a 1:20 even, and then I'm like sitting here, fuck, why did I not take it? So I changed my mindset on exactly what you just said now. If you, this is where the phrase comes in where you plan your trade, you trade your plan, because you sit there for 20-30 minutes analyzing that chart and you've got your place where you want to take your trade. So if you have that markup, take it because you planned it. So yeah, that's my mindset now, and there was a friend that said, he took 2 losses for the week. He's going to stop trading. And then he still has like 3 setups that's potentially a winning trade. But then he leaves it, and then at the end of the week, he says, yeah, but you can't take every trade and all of that. But my opinion is just that plan your trade your plan. No matter how many setups you've got, if the setup is there and you're waiting for it, you're patient enough to take that only one setup, take it. So yeah, I just wanted to add that, Coach. But thank you for that. Now I know that I'm not doing the wrong thing.
Exactly. You're not doing the wrong thing. That is how I trade. Exactly. I always, once I mark up my charts, I'm always going to take the trade because, of course, I don't know which trade is going to be a win. Understand? The only thing that I may not do is place the limits all at once. You understand? I may not place the whole limits at once. Maybe it's just my kind of thing, but I don't like having too many trades activate at the same time. it's not good for me. I don't know. Me personally, I don't like it. So like placing all the limits and everything activated, like is it last week or last 2 weeks? I posted the screenshot, right? Almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades that I was expecting to activate on Friday, activated that day. Almost 6 trades were running. You needed to see me on my phone because once I know that I'm not always okay with too many trades running at the same time. So what I do is I mark out some, I place limit for some, while I keep an eye on some. Okay, it's like this one is getting close there now. Let me place my limits.
That's
Understand?
100% correct. Yeah. I do the same. You know, you don't place all the limits. You
exactly.
just wait. Yes.
You wait. So if there's anybody here and you analyze 20 charts and you started placing all the limits for the whole 20, I don't know if you are okay with it, but me, I'm not okay because tends to. All right. Okay. So that's for AUD USD. All right, man, no problem. Okay. So AUD USD left, did not fill me in. So card chef. All right. So this one also, I was looking to sell this, right? Based on this harmonic pattern that formed. That was information. I was looking to take an entry at the 886. So this was a shark harmonic pattern, right? If I remove it, you can see we have equal lows here, right? So I was anticipating. So I actually anticipated this move, but price did not fill me in. You can see I was looking to play 74, 100, but obviously price did not fill me in and this left. So I'm okay. Now, this is where patience comes in, like I used to say. Now, seeing it reject here now, some people would have just entered. Understand? But me, I don't know. Looking at the stop loss, there's always that, what if you reject? What if you reject? And trade, I used to miss trade a lot of time because of that. But there's a lot to trade. So why rush on one? So this one left, not fill me in, and that's that. Card JPY. Okay, yes, so I wanted discussing this one. I actually left this one here so we can talk about it. Now, I don't know, I actually forgot to delete the limit for this one because one, price came so close to this. And you can see we had about 1 pip drawdown, right? I think we were discussing this trade idea during weekly outlook, right? Wanted taking this trade for a sell down. So even
Yes,
if, you know, it later went back up, but at least if this trader activated us, it would have been in profit. I think it was 8 hour. Is it 8 hour or no? Let me check. Was it 2 hours or 4 hour? I'm coming. There was a particular candle. No, 6 hours. I'm coming. All right, no. Let's go back to the 1 hour. All right. So if you guys can go back to the recording, this now we missed this trade because I missed this trade because, you know, I played 50 level. Now, initially I said the entry should be at what, 600, and then I changed my mind again. I was like, okay, let's take it to 650. That was what happened because price actually came all the way. So if we had entered at 600, you know, price would have filled us in, right? And this trade would have actually been a win for us. But then we missed it. Even if we had played 620, price would have filled us in. I don't know why I went for 650. So why was I looking to take this trade? Understand? We had the trend is bearish. Okay. Let me explain this one up here first. So I have a sell here, which I'm still holding. You understand? Although I've taken partials already, but so why did I take this sell? First, you know, I noticed that we had what, equal lows. I always try to identify, if I'm looking to sell, do I have targets? Do I have potential targets that smart money is looking at also? Okay, so I don't control the market. So whatever I'm doing here, I'm trying to think what smart money will do in the future. Understand? So if I'm looking to sell, first I need to have a target. Oh, okay. It's like maybe they are coming for this equal lows. Okay, and then now I drew my zone to the front. This was a support level, right? This was a demand level. Price rejected, went up, came back down, found the demand again, went up. Now sold break, right? Retail traders will do break and retest. That was a win for them, right? Break, retest, we had supply, price dropped. Okay, now price went back up again, captured. You can see all of this trend line liquidity that was forming, right? This 1, this 2, 3, all of this trend line liquidity got captured by this bullish move, right? Now we had this very last up candle before the down move. That's an institutional candle, right? So I was looking to play 50% of it because it actually lines up inside the zone where I'm anticipating for supply, right, to come in. And then what happened? Price got there. Okay, price got there, came very close, but did not fill me in. And I still had my limit entry waiting, anticipating that price might reject from there. Okay. And I think this was as a result of JPY news. We had JPY news. Yes. Yeah. So price activated me. I had a little bit of drawdown, but then obviously you can see it was a win. So this was a trade. I didn't close any position until 1 to 8. Yep. Or was it 1 to 6? Yeah, 1 to 6. Yeah, I remember. So I didn't close any position at 1 to 3. What I was risking, I made 6 times more on this trade. Like if I had known, it would have gone out, because this is almost 1 to 10. I believe almost 1 to 10. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, it's about 1 to 12, almost 1 to 12. But then, I closed at 1 to 6, closed position at 1 to 6, and put my stop loss to break even, and that's it. And then this one, we tried, selling. We predicted this sell on Sunday or Monday when we did Outlook, right? But then it did not fill us in, or me didn't fill me in, and dropped. I wanted deleting the limit. I forgot. And price just did this. And I think I told you guys that I was not interested in this again. I was not interested in this again anymore. But then it still hit SL and came all the way up. Even gave us another break of structure here. I don't know who kept an high here, but somebody actually posted it this morning. Right? We had this higher high, higher low, higher high, broke structure. And you see, came back up into maybe 50% of this candle. So if you had wanted to play 50% of all of this up candle, see, this would have been a very nice sell for you. But like if I had seen it, I would have risked it. I was a 5 pip, 6 pip stop loss. And man, amazing. Consecutive bullish candle. Consecutive bullish candle. Look at this is a 1 to 20 something, like 1 to 36 risk to reward. Amazing. So the market is filled with abundance. So what I want you to do is, don't be focused on the losses you make. Okay? Know this, you might make losses. Some trades may not play out. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, knowing fully well that it works, you will end up being profitable. One thing I've come to discover, you understand, is it is a game that involves long term. That's just it. Long term. Long term. Don't see it as you want to make quick gains, withdraw your money, and just want to make quick money and go. It may not be fast. Okay? Not even, it may not be, at times it may be fast. Like it may be fast at times. You take losses today, take losses tomorrow. It's already slowing the account growth, right? Slowing the account growth. And then the next day you make profits, you lose it, make profits. It's just trying to test you if you can still do the same thing over and over again. That's just it. Can you keep risking that same amount even when you take 2 losses? Can you keep still being true to yourself and being true to your trade plan even when you take losses? That's just it. Can you be true to yourself? Remember the video we watched on HFX, right? That percentage growth wise. So you feel maybe you risk 2%, you lost it. You risk another 2%, you lost it. And then that emotion thing will always be there. Okay, now I'm going to go in with 4%. Let me recover all my money back. And then that trade will not go in your way. You will now lose that one. And then because you want to recover that 2 plus 2 plus the 4, making 8, you now risk the whole 8 back. You risk 8%, you lose it again. And then the account that's supposed to be reducing by 2% is now reducing exponentially, 4, 8, like that. And then you've scattered everything again. And then that account blow, you now fund new one, now tell yourself, now I'm going in with 1%, 2% risk. See, this account will blow. And then you start, market will test you again. You test you again. You will pass first time, second time, third time. I'm like, this trade is sure. Let me recover my money again. And then you blow that one again. You understand? It's going to be a test. We keep testing you until you come up and say, now, I am not going to go against my trading plan. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stick by it. Because the truth is, if the account doesn't grow, if the account doesn't blow, it will eventually grow. That is what the two things will happen to it. It might not be growing exponentially. It might be growing maybe little by little by little, or is what reducing little by little. So it is either it reduces little by little, or it reduces exponentially, or it increases little by little, or it increases exponentially. So you choose one. Okay.
I've got a question, coach.
All right, fam. What's that?
It's regarding to the risk percentage per trade. Now, what I've noticed is that, well, this is how I started as well. I started when I first started my journey, it was thinking about the dollars. I'm risking $100. Damn, that's a lot. But I have a $10,000 account, so that's only 1%. So I changed my mindset and going in percentage wise. But now my question is, if you go in percentage wise, when do you know when to go 0.5% on a trade and when to go full percent on a trade? Or is the rule you always just go 1%? That's what you risk.
Yes, 1% by risk.
Okay,
1%. So
yeah,
even when
I've noticed I used to take 0.5% and then I take a 1% and then I'll lose the 1%. Then you end up losing more than you win.
End up losing because the winning ones, you actually reduced the percentage, right, to half. So instead of making 3%, you're now making 1.5% on that winning trade because you reduce the percentage, right? Yeah. So I always go in with the same risk. I always
and that's 1%. Always,
1%.
always.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thanks, coach.
Exactly. Yeah, fam. Okay. Coach,
Good
don't
evening,
drop.
coach.
If you are kind of hey, fam, what's up? You have a question?
Good evening. Yeah, I have a question, sir. Actually, on this card JPY, I was actually awake, like trying to wait for the trade to get to point of interest. But when I even saw the break of structure, like the example you showed, sir, so I was like, okay, it's not really, price and time. So,
you were actually awake when this break of structure happened.
yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I even marked it. I even marked it up, but I didn't say it.
Wow. Yeah. So where was your point of interest? Where was your point of interest? Where was your
the
point?
imbalance there.
This imbalance
the
I
imbalance
marked?
there. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then price and time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. So I didn't take it. So I'm asking, like, does price and time really make sense when it comes to what the price action is, showing on the chart, sir?
Okay. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to say as regards price and time. Now, price and time is important. I'm not going to dispute the fact that it's not important. But then if you are only going to be trading in the session, if you're only going to be making sure that your trade activates in the session, then you should be ready to lose out on some trades, obviously. Now, it's something you just need to agree within yourself that even if I'm saying this trade is about to mitigate, but it is not yet London session, I'm not going to trade it. You need to be in agreement with yourself. So me, what I do is, if I see a trade setup I have my limit set already. So now that trade, it activates me in London session, fine. If it activates me before London session, still fine for me. Okay, still fine for me. So I don't know about other people. Like, okay, I'm only going to trade this. Like the people I know, okay, my mentors that have, even John Phibb, the trades it take at times that it comes on Go Live to share. At times, if you check it, some of them may not be during London session when the trade activates. It's just that you see that explosive move when the session has started. But then the trade has already activated even before that session comes in, understand? So it just depends on if you want to be a session trader. I'm only going to trade London session. If you see a GBP USD trade that is about to activate based on your confirmation and you say that, okay, it's like this trade is about to be ready and it's not yet in London session, then don't take it. There are other days you will see trade like that and it is in line with session and you take it. You get. So it depends.
Yes,
It's just like saying, I don't want to trade equal lows. So some people, they only buy below equal lows, right? We smart money traders, right? We always love to buy below equal lows, or smart money rather loves to buy below equal lows. And we smart money traders, we don't always buy at equal lows, right? Why some other people buy at equal lows? It's just picking which one works for you. Like I have a friend that I actually met her on Clubhouse. She trades, she trades just double top, double bottom. And then at times we can have argument as to why I don't always buy a double top or double bottom. Be like, this is what she does, and she's making money from it. And I'm not trying to talk her out of what she has been doing for years. I'll be like, okay, makes sense, amazing. Just find what works for you. If you want to be a session trader, then if the trade is not a London session, don't take it. If it's in London session, then you're good to go.
nice.
Understand? And because again, we don't trade with market
Nice.
executes, like we don't trade with market execution. That is why this session of a thing can be hard. Because at times you hear that if London session created the low, then maybe New York session will continue the rally. And some people will just enter the trade anywhere because they feel still going to buy. Yeah, but we don't trade that way. We trade, that we always try to catch it at where it's about to start. And you can agree with me, it is not every time the move starts in London session. At times the move can start before London session. Let's go to GBP USD and look for one example of what I'm saying. Now let's check GBP.
I know what you're saying, Coach.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying, fam?
As well. Yeah.
Okay.
It happens to me as well, where you have a limit set, the trade is close, and then I go to bed and then the trade will activate an Asia session. And then I'll wake up in blues and I'm like, damn, I didn't even know it's been activated.
Exactly.
I was hoping to be activated in London
session. That's happened to me a lot of time also. Now let's use this trade as one example. Okay. Now we have this higher high, this higher low, this higher high, this higher low, right? So now let's remove all of this now. Okay, let's remove all of this. Now, smart money traders, right, would love to maybe play this candle, maybe 50% of this candle, right? I'm just assuming 50%, or you want to play open of this candle. So let's say I'm looking to play open of this candle now. Now, London session, our time starts by 8, right? So 8 is going to be from here all the way down. 8 a.m. is going to be here. Okay, so 8 a.m. is starting here. Let's just say 8 to whatever time. So this is where I want this trade to activate. Now, look at what happened. This trade activated when? Few hours. What date was this? Was 19. That was midnight, around 7 p.m. That's way past London session already. But then the trade activated during London session. But what happened? We had a re-entry during London session, right? So most times you can have re-entry during London. But talking about when this trade actually activated, the move started before London session. They just came back. London session came back to fill us in. And what happened? Dropped. Look at this one also. I got activated around 9 o'clock. This was 10 o'clock, 2 hours after London session. So that one was, I was in line with what? With the session, right? So some trade will activate before London, some trade will activate during London, some trade will activate after London. So you just have to pick the one that works for you, okay? I still don't know how to set limits. I still don't know how to set limits. I don't understand. You don't know how to set a limit. All right, the video I made on basic Forex foundation, I think I explained how to set a limit on your MT4. Okay, so if you've not watched the video, ma'am, you can just check the library group is there. Just forward it to the front. You will see where I explained how to set limits on a trade. Okay, that will teach you how to set limits. Okay. All right. So before I proceed to the next one, yeah.
Hello, sir.
Ma'am.
It's always leaving my limits. It's not always getting to where I set my limits. That's price. It's not always getting there. So I don't know if I'm doing it wrongly. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not if I don't know how to set it, but it won't get there, you know. And you see, the trade will still go my direction. So I don't know if I'm not doing it well. That's what I'm trying to say. What am I not doing well? Or what am I understand?
Okay, like something like this, right? Like what happened here? It will just come close.
Thank you, sir. It will just come like this one now, this trade you're talking about now.
Yes.
This trade, I'm not in it, but I set it. I'm not in it because it didn't get to this, my limit. It didn't get there. I see how painful. I woke up in the morning, I saw this.
Wow.
Very painful. Wow. So, very painful. In fact, I was discouraged. I was not happy.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to join this call, but
okay. I think all right. Does anybody have a suggestion as what she should do?
Yeah, coach, I have.
Okay, what's your suggestion? To me. Okay, happened to
you. Yes. What I discovered was that number one is either spread, or number two, you are not playing either the 78.6 zone and 88.6 zone correctly. Like, for example, maybe you have values like, maybe you have, like you told us that we should try and be rounding up the numbers.
Yes,
sometimes
exactly.
You can just have like maybe like 7.5 and 0.0. You need to just play the accurate number of the bank number. So when you play their bank number, most times they will come to that zone. But if you play below that zone, they can just miss you by 2 pips and you'll be sweating, you know. So so that's just what I
Coach, I need a video on where can I find the video on the bank numbers and so on.
Okay, bank numbers. Actually, I don't have it. Okay, I'll check my this thing if I have it, and I'll see if I can send it to you. Is it the ones that's 50, 50, 20, 80s, and other key banking level in general, right? Is it the key banking levels in general?
Yeah. Like if you like Sam just said, if you have your limit, you know, and you just place it at any random whole number or whatever, you're trying to get that perfect number.
Yes. Meantime, so actually, I'm not sure there's a video I made on it. I actually watched it on one of John Phibbs, you know, when he was teaching, and it was like, you know,
okay,
always try to round up the numbers to whole numbers, or all of these bank numbers, you know, 80 levels, 20 levels. So if you have a trade idea that is at maybe 90.618, you can just round it up to 96.20. It doesn't really mean, because if the trade is going to activate you at 20, then whoever got in at 18 is still in. And if the market wants to go, it's just a way of catching more perfect entries. Let me just put it that way. You get, because if the trade activates at 620 and you got in at 615, the only thing I can brag about is I had a more sniper entry than you. That's all. I don't think I had a more better entry than you. That's all. We all made money from the trade, right? So
No, I am in the academy still. I'll just go watch John.
yes. I would check and tell you which of the episodes, so you can just go directly to it. You always list his episode 60 something, 50 something. I'll just tell you the one to watch directly, so you can actually see and see what it meant. Okay.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. So before now card chef JPY. So after this one, I would allow somebody else to share what they want to okay. I want us to finish before 1 o'clock. Okay. So I'm not in on this trade. Again, like I said, I don't always place all the limit at once. So I actually forgot this one also. But as you can see, price is in profit here. So why was I actually looking to buy? Okay. When I marked out this trade idea, I think price was here. Yeah, this was where market was. Okay. First, you can see, look at this very last down candle, capture this liquidity here, right? Obvious wicks are liquidity candles. Okay. Expect liquidity to be resting below long wicks. Okay. Now, this was, you had people buying here with stop loss here. Most people have gone break even or so. And as you can see, price dropped, okay? Captured liquidity and rallied up, right? So this was a demand level. So price came here, captured this. So I was actually looking to play this very last candle, 50% of it, because obviously if I'm playing the open of the candle, the stop loss would be too large for me. So I wanted playing 50% of this candle. And as you can see, since there was demand here, I was anticipating price to come here and reject also, although we have the break of structure already, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, then we had a break above. So higher high now and then higher low, right? And as you can see, price came so close to activating and went up, created a new higher high. Now, as you can see now, came back up and then it's up in profits. Even gave us some kind of harmonic pattern, right? This. I'm sure that's an 886 rejection also. Close to 886. Let's check. Yeah, it came very close to 886, 78.6 rejection, right? And what was I playing? You can see 122,700. So I just made the entry more, precise, 700. As you can see, we had a little peep drawdown and price, went up. Okay, so that is that. It's so close to 1 to 3 already of 81 pips. I was risking 27 pips to make 81, but I'm not in. At least I marked it out, so I'll add it to my folder. All right. So before the rest is not much again. It's just small to talk about. So who else wants to share? Let me give you room to share. Okay. Who else wants to share the trade you took this week?
Please, coach, I have a question on this bank number.
Okay. What's your question?
Is it that you look at the last digit? For instance, now something like a 490. Can you call a 490 a bank number because of the zero at the end?
Yes, but to me, I think no, I won't call it a bank number. No, although it actually ended with 0, but since 490 is so close to 450, I will just put my entry at 450. If you notice, that's why at times, if I send out a trade idea, if you check, I'm actually doing 50%. But if you check where my entry is, it is maybe a little bit above 50% or a little bit below 50% because I'm just trying to catch that perfect entry. Not that if you have 490, the trade activates you at 490 and the trade activates me at 500, I think 500 is more better than 490 because 490 then 500. That's more of that's banking number than 490. You get, but it doesn't really mean though. The most important thing is identifying that candle and looking for how to play it. The numbers here don't really mean. It's just so you can catch more perfect entries and all of that. You get. Does this apply to synthetic? Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, if you check my synthetic trade, it's always ending with what? 0, 0, 0, 50, 80s, 20, and 0. Okay. All right. So who else wants to share? Does anybody else any trade? Of course, you guys took trade this week now. Who wants to share? Who wants to go next? Nobody. Nobody wants to share. Should I just continue then? All right, let me continue then, since nobody wants to share. All right, so the next one is Euro JPY. Okay, so Euro JPY, man, the trade is awesome, right? So it was a daily point of interest, you know, I had daily point of interest. Let me delete all of, hide all of this, okay? So I was like, okay, if price can come back to this candle, we should look for sales, right? Because we have equal lows, right? 1, 2, and 3, and this one too is almost down, okay? But then this is just target. Price can reject from here and start buying up. So looking at this, I already know I've saved myself already, because it can reject. But it was this candle. I was like, if price come back into this candle, let's look to take a sell from that, okay? And then going to the 5 minutes time frame. Going to the 5 minutes time frame, I was just lucky, you know, to be on my chart when this was about to play out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say, because I was lucky to be on my chart when this was about to play out. Okay, let me cut this. I actually thought it was going to hit SL, you know. Okay, so look at. So now we had this, what you can see how this was giving us bullish formation, right? We have what, just check higher high, higher low, 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 higher high, right? Now price was at 50% already of that daily candle. You can see 0.5, 50%. And then we had what, break of structure, broke this one, broke this one, broke this one, right? So whichever one you want to consider a structure, price actually broke it. So now break below, and then I was looking for what, a retest into what. Now look at, this was what I was saying. Okay, let me put the number there so you guys can see. If you put the number, okay, what was my entry? 129,500, right? But now the exact candle, this very last up candle, if I was to play that very last up candle, my entry would be at what, 129,508. Okay, 129,508. But I saw 129,508. I just wanted to round it up. Okay, 500. Right? And as you can see, if we're looking to play 50% of this candle also, you go activated, right? And price came so close to SL. I actually thought it was going to hit SL though. And as you can see, came back up again one more time. Thought I was going to hit SL, came back up, and then just started dropping. I was like, okay, all right. And then that was it. So going to the 1 hour. So that was distribution at our point of interest. And I was targeting what, this equal lows on the 5 minutes, this low also. And I'm also looking at this lows to be captured. So we did not really have that. So this was that trade I told you came all the way to 1 to 8, or this was around 1 to 6 or so. I didn't close any partial. I had my stop loss to break even already. And then price started rejecting. I was like, what have I done? You know? And then as price was approaching my entry, because I believed that this was still going to go lower, you know, what did I do? I put my stop loss back up here again. So imagine I was in profit. I was in a lot of profits. Price reversed. It was closing out. My profit was reducing already. Profit reduced all the way back to break even. Oh Jesus, what have I done? This is with SL. You get because you can never be too sure. That's just it. The fact that we don't control the market, there should always be that level of uncertainty. Yes, we have equal lows down here. You cannot tell smart money what to do. What if they don't want to come for it yet? So best thing is always what, play safe. But again, I was okay. So I was just playing with the trade. Whatever happens, you get. And then this happened. Can you see? And now look at seeing that came so close again. He does not want to hit, not me. I already secured some, so let's see what happens. I stop loss to a reasonable place. Okay, so this one was a win also. It's down almost, came all the way to 1 to 15. And you can see it's back up again. So I still believe this is going to drop, based on structure, this current structure forming, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. So maybe we can have this entry for next week, you get, and then take it down. But then we don't know. So probability. So that's for Euro JPY. Euro USD, only one. I just want to discuss this one that did not play out. It was a good setup. This was a very, very good setup. It's a good setup, right? We had the what? Institutional candle here, mitigation candle, capture some kind of liquidity, and then price, dumped. We had liquidity, this trend line liquidity here, and we had this liquidity up here that I was anticipating to get captured. So price captured it, but then, I told you guys, when I saw that too many smart money traders were looking at this area, I kind of felt discouraged about the trade. Now, will my prediction always work out? No. There are times I may want to do it next time and feel, well, too many smart money traders are looking to sell from here, and I will not take that trade. And it may actually go in the direction, but then the trade was a valid setup. I actually marked it out, but I didn't place my limits. I wanted placing the limit this morning when I saw our price was going there. But looking at how too many smart money traders were looking at this trade, like, the hype is too much on this trade. It might not play out. And it didn't. But then the trade was a valid one. But then, dollar has been buying for a long time. So maybe, and euro has been selling for a long time. So maybe this is correcting already. Okay. So that's that for euro USD. GBP AUD. GBP AUD. Is there a markup on GBP AUD? Okay, yes, there was one. So I actually took this one also, GBP AUD. I think this is last week. Was this last week? Yeah. This was last week. I think we discussed this, right? Did we discuss this during chart markup review? Oh, we didn't even have chart markup review last week. Yes, we didn't. Okay. So this trade idea was based on this harmonic pattern on the 4 hour that was forming. Okay. I think it was a 4 hour harmonic pattern. I'm not sure. Let's check. Or was it 1 hour? Okay, was it the 1 hour? Okay, yeah, it's the 4 hour harmonic pattern. Okay, so I saw a Gartley harmonic pattern formed, right? Gartley, right? 618, 886, below 886, and 786. So this was a Gartley harmonic pattern that formed. But before then, we can see that this move up gave 300 pip to the upside. Now, structure-wise, we had lower low, lower high, lower low. Price broke structure to the upside, gave us this higher high, higher low, higher high. So this was a very, very deep level of retracement, right? So price actually retraced deep down to this area, and I was looking at what this 50%, this 50%, and price actually rejected from this 50%. As you can see, it was a 30 pip stop loss. I didn't take this trade though. I only saw it play out. Understand? I think price was somewhere around the year, around at 1 to 3 already. And then I just marked it out. Okay. So this was a 30 pip, gave 300 pips. So I was much more interested in the sell. So I was expecting break of structure inside this distribution zone. But I didn't have it until, was it 30 minutes? Yes, it was 30 minutes to actually give the break of structure. Okay. So remember, this is the 4 hour, right? So I was actually looking at this candle. If price can get to this very last up candle, I was looking to sell, right? But then, I told you I don't always do like lower time frame entries. Many a times I would have just add my, 50% of this limit order. But, at times I do break a structure on lower time frame also. And that was what I did here, right? So 30 minutes, of course, is a lower time frame, right? So we had this higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Price broke structure. So we had distribution inside the box. We had equal highs that were swept. This was the bullish move that started this liquidity run. 50% of it was where my entry was. As you can see, entry was what at what 185.20, right? 185.20, and I was risking 28 pip to make 84, 1 to 3. Price activated me at 50%, dropped 84, took profit. Now I actually took partials on this, and can see price came back to entry, took me out at break even. So that was that on GBP AUD. I'm not sure there's any other trade I took on GA. No. Yeah. Okay, so as for GA, obviously we have a play here already. You can see how all of this liquidity got clapped by this very bearish candle, right? So maybe this is a potential trade for next week, but we'll discuss that during weekly outlook. So GJ, Monday play, exactly. Yeah. GBP AUD, is there anything to discuss on GA? Yeah, price is at the point of interest already. This is that daily point of interest, right? This is one trade I wish I had not closed. I actually saw this trade from up here. You guys remember we marked this trade together, but then look at down, 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 down. Now it's at the daily zone. Okay. So I'm sure I discussed this trade maybe during one chart markup review because it's a long time ago. So there's no need to rediscuss this again. But it's actually playing out so fine. Let's go to the daily and see. Check something. All right, so price is there now. Okay. Today's Friday, you know. Now GJ may actually reject from here. So I posted this in the signal this morning, right? You can see how we have the is rejecting off what the 71 fib level already, right? So if we get a break of structure, maybe 30 minutes break of structure or 15 minutes to the upside, you can look to buy, maybe all the way back into this institutional candle. But then it's still very much bearish. Okay, it just created a lower low now. Or better still, just wait. Okay, wait, let's see what it does. But I was actually anticipating this. I've been anticipating this candle for a long time, all the way from up here, and it actually played out. So it was a nice trade though. All right, as for GJ, GBP USD, I think I've explained GBP USD. NZD USD, yes, I wanted to explain NZD USD. This trade did not play out. I didn't take it, but I want to explain it, you know. Okay. All right, so market was looking bearish, bullish, right? We had the break of structure here, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Price broke structure to the upside. So this was higher high, higher low, and higher high, right? And remember, I deleted it already, but we had this expansion, contraction, expansion. So I was, you know, anticipating that our price will reject from here. I didn't take it because the stop loss was within the range. And if I was to put my stop loss here, that would be too large. And you can see it would have even got hit. So we're looking to play 50% of this candle. Okay. And obviously it didn't play out, right? So that's for NZD USD. SPX. So I actually marked this out and I want to share this trade. You know, I said I was looking to go long on this trade. It took me out at break even. I was actually looking to hold this trade maybe to 5K. But then this trade took me out at break even. Let me explain. Let's go back to the 1 hour. Let's do 1 hour or 4 hour actually. It's 4 hour. 4 hour? Yes, it was 4 hour. So look at we had this what higher high. No, we had this low. This this kind of gave us structure break. I want you to look at this clearly now. Okay. All right. So we had this low. So to me, I was actually now the market was looking bullish, right? We had this high, this low, this high. But then if you have to look at it, this was where we had the first close above previous high. So maybe higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And then this broke structure to the downside. So it was already giving us, a break of structure. So me, I was buying the retest. I didn't see it. It was after price was already rejecting back to my entry. I noticed that this had already broken structure to the downside. And then I missed the entry on the 1 hour, because if we were to play, if we were to look at the 1 hour, this candle was actually the move. But then price had already left me. There was no need to market execute, because what if you start rejecting? Then the buy will be in profit and the sell will be taking the profit that the buy is giving me. That's why I didn't do that. Yeah, so I just went break even immediately. Although, as you can see, I was looking to play 50% of this candle. Price came up, filled me in. Exactly, you can see buy stop entry order. So price was already there. It was already way below already. So I just add a buy stop in case price rejects. Price rejected, fill me in, went all the way up, came so close to 1 to 3, but then started dropping. Okay. And then took me out at break even. And then obviously it's SL. But I was out at break even already. Okay, so that's for XPX 500. So the trend was already bearish, but I didn't see it quickly. You understand? If not, would have actually taken a sell from there and would have made money. Then gold. Is there any trade idea on gold? Okay, this one, I think we discussed this one already during the last chart markup review. Is this one I didn't discuss? I don't think I've discussed this one with you guys. The buy on this one. Okay, so I actually had, no, I didn't take this trade. Yeah, I only marked it out. Okay, structure wise, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then the equal highs were still there when I marked this out. I was looking to play 50%. It was when we were discussing on Clubhouse. We were discussing about gold on Clubhouse. I remember that I had a limit entry. And then I was telling them that I actually had a limit entry on gold. But when I opened up the charts, price was already at 1 to 2. Look at the sniper entry. But then hit 1 to 3. Obviously, you can see there was one candle here that gold rejected from. It's a 20-minute candle or 15-minute candle. I can't remember. Okay, yes, this very up candle here. You can see this is perfect smart money in giving you as it is. Liquidity run, equal highs capture, there's order in this candle, came back to mitigate, and that was it. That was the move down. Whoever caught this, man, amazing, amazing. All right, so that's for gold. And then we're left with one, silver. I just marked this one too. Oh, wait. Yes. Is this spread or what? Gosh. Price is not filming. Ah, wow, 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 wow. Shit. Oh, shit. Let me explain to you guys. I was looking to buy this. Obviously, we can see that the trend is bullish, right? Silver has been bullish. Okay, so we had this high, this low expansion to the upside, and we had prices at the discount zone already. Now, if we go back to the 4 hour, is it the 4 hour? Okay, I actually saw that the first thing I did was I did relative strength analysis between gold and silver, and I actually found out that they are both in correlation. So they are both creating higher lows. So I think they are both in correlation. Now, silver is down here. When I marked this out, it was already approaching, this entry. Okay, no, it had already played out. It has already activated at 50%. Yes, trade had activated at 50% already. But I was looking to see if I can enter again. So I had my limit entry at 50% of this very last down candle, captured all of this liquidity here. Okay. And my stop loss just down here. So I was risking about, is it 3,000 or 300 pip? Okay. To make, 1 to 3, obviously. And, overall, I'm aiming for this high up here. And the trade activated already. I was not in because I saw it late and I had my limit entry again, hoping it will come back down. It did, but did not fill me in. That was what I just checked now. Yeah. That's it. What broker? FX choice. FX choice. Didn't fill me in. So, and it's up again. Maybe I'll just delete it. So it already came back down. If you should come back down again, it's most likely going to hit SL because this is already liquidity already. So you grab, right? If you should come back down, it might actually hit stop loss now. This was the move I wanted getting in this one. And then it happens. All right, so let's see how this goes. If it can get all the way up here, we'll see. All right, but if you can get 1 to 3, that's okay. All right, although it didn't fill me in, obviously, but then this is 300. If we can actually get it all the way up to 900 points or pip or 3, then that would be 1 to 3. All right, so that's everything on the pink list, guys. That's everything I want to share with you guys. The session was long. Synthetic indices also. Let me just share the one I took on step index. Not play out. Took me out at break even. Silver. Look at the equal highs. Look at the equal highs on silver here. You see? So there's liquidity now to the upside and there's liquidity to the downside. Oh, I marked this as X. No, that's not played out yet. Sorry, liquidity. Yes. All right, so let's see which one will play out. So for synthetic indices, let's check step index. So I actually sent out a trade idea out yesterday. Ifeanyi sent it for me to you guys, right? So I actually thought it was going to play out, but on the daily, this step index is very bearish. So I knew it was very bearish, but then, I just wanted to see if it was going to reject from there. No problem, fam. Guys, you can go now, okay? We're almost done. You guys have tried. All right, so I was actually looking to play this 50% of this candle. Okay, I think somewhere like this. 50%, my stop loss just here. So I was risking about 7.5 pip to make, first is going to be 21. Okay, so I think it was something like this here. So I had it like this. I didn't wear my glass. No wonder. So I've seen that I've been straining my eyes since morning. Aha. So, 50% of this, that was where my entry was. And, like I said, now, this is now 9066.8. My entry was at 9068. Yeah, that was where I had my limit entry, 0.0, up there. So I was risking about $7.50, so 7,500, 0. Okay. Yeah, something like that. And I was looking to make, first target to be 1 to 3, obviously. And second target will be, all of these highs up here. So price activated me here. This was a candle, okay? Almost hit SL, came back up, came all the way up here. And looking at how it was rejecting down like this, man, I just went break even straight because I know already that the trend is bearish. I was just trying to catch. Maybe it's going to reject. And looking at it's coming down already. I just went break even. This would have been the best place to sell this candle here. So that's that. Coach, sorry, no, we're doing synthetic now, but now do you think the sell is still valid based on M15 time frame? Potential 1 to 7 idea. For which of the trade? Which of the assets? All right, so I'm actually done. I'm done with chart markup review. All right, guys, so I'm done. NZD USD. All right, let me check it. Oh, they just took light. All right, fam, give me about 5 minutes and come. Let me put on Jen. Guys, don't worry. Let's continue. We're almost done. So let's just round up. Okay, so NZD USD, which is the last one. Guys, can you hear me, right? Yeah, you guys can hear me. So NZD USD, let's check. Okay, so Ron said, do you think the sell is still valid based on M15? So NZD USD. All right. Was there a sell setup for NZD USD, or do you mean AUD GBP USD? Which one? Which one in particular?
It's NZD USD, coach.
Okay, what time frame?
15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes. Oh, sorry. Okay, so where are you looking to sell from?
So I'll annotate on your screen.
All right, no problem. Okay, so yeah.
So we had this. Yeah. So yeah, this is fine. So we had this break. We had this liquidity grab over here, and we have imbalance right here. And then price left this inducement in here, and then we broke structure. But I think because we tapped in here, we can look to buy
Exactly.
this up to take out liquidity.
Yes.
And then once we get in here, we can look to continue go down.
Go to the downside. Yeah. That was what I wanted to say. This area is actually, good for a buy because already gave us that break. It already gave us the structure break. So something like this, we had the break of structure here to the upside. So we had, okay. And this very last time, look at the imbalance. And we even have equal lows also. Okay. We have equal lows just waiting to be captured. And
we have daily equal lows for that sell as well, coach.
Okay, we have daily equal lows for the sell. Okay, was it captured? Oh, yeah, I think it did. It was,
yes, it captured, it just wicked it.
Oh, okay, good. So about 7 pip to make first target will be 3. And all of this internal liquidity here. All of this one here. Exactly. So I'm in agreement with this. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3 will be, yeah. So now the entries, yeah.
Like this trade idea now, if you take the entry, if you align 78.6 fibs, it aligns with 68120. Is that where you use the 20 number now?
Yes, that is where you can see I just adjusted it to 20. Exactly. That's where I'm going to use the entry. They can see. Yes. Exactly. 886.
Wow.
So this is it. So now the stop loss will just be 8 pip stop loss, and we should be good to go. Yes. So first target 1 to 3, second target is internal liquidity, and let's see how we also have all of this. We have liquidity here. We have liquidity up here. Man, let's see how far it can go. Okay. Yes, and it can actually activate, and this might actually be the low, and the whole of next week price might not come back here again. So wow. It's possible. It can actually play out, and next week, the whole of next week might just be continuation to the upside.
Bullish.
So yeah. So let me actually mark this out. And copy it. All right, so let me send it out to you guys in the chat. All right. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We're done. All right, so I'll drop the recording in the library and you guys can have it. Okay, thank you
Thanks,
so
coach.
much. Thank you, Ron, for the support.
You're a legend.
I will see you. I would message you now in them. Okay, so we can finish up that stuff. Right.
Thanks, brother.
All right. All right, guys, take care. Have a nice weekend. Bye.